This content is for educational and informational purposes only and is not medical advice. Bioregulators and peptides discussed are often sold for research use only and are not approved to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Always consult a qualified healthcare professional before making any decisions related to your health. Today we're diving into a topic that gets talked about a lot, but rarely explained in a way that actually makes sense. Liver bioregulators. Specifically, the difference between detox and repair. Because those two words get thrown around like they mean the same thing, and they don't. Not even close. So, let's start simple. Your liver is not a filter that just gets clogged up like a dirty air vent. It's a living, regenerating organ that performs hundreds of functions every single day. It processes toxins, yes, but it also regulates hormones, manages blood sugar, produces bile, stores nutrients, and plays a massive role in inflammation control and immune signaling. When people say detox your liver, what they usually mean is support the pathways that help your liver process and eliminate substances. That includes things like alcohol, medications, environmental exposures, and even byproducts from your own metabolism. Detox is about function. It's about how efficiently your liver is doing its job right now. Repair, on the other hand, is about structure. It's about the actual health of liver cells. It's about regeneration, healing damage, reducing fibrosis, and restoring normal cellular communication. So detox is what your liver does. Repair is what your liver needs when it's been stressed, damaged, or overworked. Now here's where bioregulators come in. Bioregulators are short peptide complexes that are studied for their ability to support organ-specific cellular signaling. When it comes to the liver, these compounds are being explored for how they may support communication within liver cells and help maintain normal function at a deeper level. Instead of forcing the liver to do something, the idea is that these compounds may help support the body's own regulatory processes. Think of it like this. Detox support gives your liver tools. Repair-focused approaches are aimed at supporting the blueprint. So let's break detox down a little deeper first. Your liver detox system happens in phases. Phase 1 and Phase 2 are the big ones people talk about. Phase 1 is where your liver takes substances and modifies them using enzymes. Phase 2 is where those intermediates are further processed and made easier for the body to eliminate. If those phases are out of balance, people may experience things like fatigue, brain fog, or skin changes. So when someone is focusing on detox support, they're typically looking at nutrients that support these pathways. Things like glutathione precursors, amino acids, and antioxidants. Those can absolutely help support function. But they are not the same as supporting the structure or long-term health of liver cells. Now, let's shift into repair. Liver repair is about hepatocytes, the main functional cells of the liver. When these cells are under stress from things like diet, medications, environmental exposure, or inflammation, the body's natural ability to regenerate can become less efficient over time. Repair-focused strategies are aimed at supporting normal cellular signaling, reducing inflammatory stress, and helping maintain healthy tissue. This is where liver bioregulator research is often discussed. Certain liver-derived peptide complexes, commonly referred to as liver bioregulators, are studied for their potential role in supporting normal liver cell function and protein synthesis. One example often mentioned in research discussions is a liver peptide complex, sometimes referred to as livogen. There are also other compounds that are not liver-specific bioregulators, but are discussed in the context of overall support. For example, thymic peptides are studied for immune modulation, copper peptides are explored for their role in tissue signaling, and cellular energy cofactors, like NAD+, are studied for their role in mitochondrial function. These are not liver-specific signals, but they may be part of a broader environment that supports overall physiological balance. So instead of just helping the liver process substances more efficiently, repair-focused approaches are aimed at supporting how the liver functions at a cellular level. That's a completely different goal. Now here's where people get it wrong. They jump straight into aggressive detox strategies when their system may already be under stress. If the liver is struggling, pushing detox pathways harder may not always be the best first step. In some cases, supporting overall balance and cellular health first may be more appropriate before layering in more intensive detox support. So detox and repair are not competing strategies. They're complementary and context matters. Let's talk about what stress on the liver can look like. It doesn't always come from extreme situations. It can be influenced by diet, medications, environmental exposures, and general metabolic health. A lot of people may have some level of liver stress without realizing it. And that's a perfect example of where focusing only on detox may not address the full picture. Now, imagine trying to push detox pathways harder in that state. You're increasing demand on a system that may already need support. That's why understanding the difference matters. Now, let's bring it back to how these concepts fit together. Liver bioregulators, as discussed in research and wellness spaces, are typically used in cycles rather than continuously. The idea is to support signaling, allow the body to respond, and then reassess. They're often discussed alongside foundational support like nutrition, hydration, and lifestyle because nutrients provide raw materials while signaling compounds are being studied for how they may influence communication. Another important piece is timing. Some individuals may benefit from focusing on foundational support and overall balance first. Others may focus on gentle detox support. And in some cases, repair-focused strategies may be considered as part of a broader approach. But combining everything all at once without understanding the role of each piece can be counterproductive. More is not always better. Now, let's talk about general patterns people look at when thinking about liver support. Things like fatigue, changes in metabolism, skin appearance, or digestion are often discussed in the context of liver health. But these are nonspecific and can be influenced by many factors. That's why individualized context matters. Let's also address a common misconception: the idea that your body needs constant detoxing. Your liver is already performing detox processes continuously. The goal is to support normal function, not replace it. And sometimes, that support means focusing on overall balance rather than pushing processes harder. That's where the idea of repair comes in. Now, let's talk about synergy. The most effective approach is usually a combination of lifestyle, nutrition, and targeted support. Hydration, sleep, metabolic balance, and reducing unnecessary stressors all play a role. No supplement or compound replaces those foundations. But when those are in place, targeted support may be layered in more thoughtfully. So, if you're thinking about liver health, ask yourself this: are you trying to push processes harder, or are you trying to support the system as a whole? Because those are very different approaches. Detox support focuses on processes. Repair-focused strategies aim to support the system. And ideally, both are considered in context. Another thing to consider is expectations. Supporting liver health is not instant. Even though the liver has regenerative capacity, meaningful changes take time and consistency. Short-term strategies are not the same as long-term support. Now, let's touch briefly on safety. Bioregulators and peptides are still an evolving area of research. Quality, sourcing, and appropriate use all matter. This is not something to approach casually or without understanding, because the liver is central to so many systems in the body. When it's functioning well, many aspects of health feel more balanced. When it's under stress, multiple systems can be affected. So bringing it back full circle, detox is about supporting processes. Repair is about supporting structure and signaling. Liver bioregulators are discussed more on the signaling side, while nutrients and antioxidants are discussed more on the process side. And the most thoughtful approach is understanding when each is appropriate. This content is for educational and informational purposes only and is not medical advice. Always consult a qualified healthcare professional before starting any new supplement, peptide, or health protocol. Thanks for listening, keep learning, and stay curious.